Why smoking is harmful, and what happens when you quit. We all know cigarettes aren't good for us. That's hardly news. We've known about the dangers of smoking for decades. But have you ever wondered exactly how cigarettes harm our bodies? Let's take a closer look at what happens when the chemicals in cigarettes enter our system, and how our bodies begin to heal the moment we quit. What happens when you smoke? With every puff, over 5,000 chemical substances in cigarette smoke come into contact with your body's tissues. Here's how they wreak havoc. 1. Teeth and gums. Tar, a black sticky substance, coats your teeth and gums, damaging tooth enamel and leading to decay. Over time, it also stains your teeth and contributes to gum disease. 2. Sense of smell. Smoke damages the nerve endings in your nose, gradually reducing your ability to smell. 3. Lungs and airways. Smoke paralyzes and destroys the cilia, tiny hair-like structures that keep your airways clean. This increases the risk of infections and chronic diseases like bronchitis and emphysema. It also fills the alveoli, the tiny air sacs responsible for oxygen exchange, with harmful chemicals. 4. Bloodstream. A toxic gas called carbon monoxide crosses into your blood, binding to hemoglobin and displacing oxygen. This leads to oxygen deprivation, causing shortness of breath and fatigue. 5. Brain. Within 10 seconds of inhaling, nicotine reaches your brain, triggering the release of dopamine and endorphins. These feel-good chemicals create pleasurable sensations, making smoking highly addictive. 6. Heart and blood vessels. Nicotine and other chemicals constrict blood vessels, damage their lining, and increase the stickiness of blood platelets. This raises the risk of clots, heart attacks, and strokes. 7. DNA and cancer risk. Many chemicals in cigarettes, like arsenic and nickel, damage DNA and disrupt its repair mechanisms. This increases the risk of mutations that can lead to cancer. In fact, 1 in 3 cancer deaths in the US is linked to smoking. And it's not just lung cancer. Smoking can cause cancer in multiple organs, weaken bones, impair vision, and even affect fertility and sexual health. What happens when you quit? The good news? Your body begins to heal almost immediately after you stop smoking. Here's the timeline of recovery. 20 minutes later, your heart rate and blood pressure start to return to normal. 12 hours later, carbon monoxide levels stabilize, allowing your blood to carry more oxygen. 1 day later, your risk of heart attack begins to drop as blood pressure and heart rate normalize. 2 days later, nerve endings responsible for smell and taste start to recover. 1 month later, your lungs begin to heal, coughing and shortness of breath decrease. 9 months later, the cilia in your lungs are restored, improving your resistance to infections. 1 year later, your risk of heart disease drops by 50% as blood vessel function improves. 5 years later, your risk of blood clots and stroke decreases significantly. 10 years later, your risk of fatal lung cancer drops by 50% thanks to restored DNA repair mechanisms. 15 years later, your risk of coronary heart disease is nearly the same as someone who never smoked. The challenges of quitting and how to overcome them. Quitting smoking isn't easy. Nicotine withdrawal can cause anxiety, depression, and intense cravings. But the good news? These effects are usually temporary, and there are more tools than ever to help you quit. Nicotine replacement therapy, NRT. Options like gum, patches, lozenges, and sprays can help reduce withdrawal symptoms by providing controlled doses of nicotine without the harmful chemicals in cigarettes. Behavioral support, counseling, support groups, and cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can help you address the psychological aspects of addiction. Exercise. Moderate intensity exercise can reduce cravings and improve your mood. The bottom line. Quitting smoking is one of the best decisions you can make for your health. While the journey may be challenging, the benefits are immediate and long-lasting. Your body has an incredible ability to heal. All it needs is for you to take that first step.